folks, welcome back to the channel. We're going to give you a bit of an update on the trail and how the progress is going. So far I've delivered 2 loads of gravel to help level out some of our really rocky, bumpy areas, and we can drive right across the wet area up through where I had to pull out and bust up a big rock and to a little turning spot just right above where the brook is. So we're 99% of the way there.
So I do see a spot down here in front of us where you've put in a bit of gravel. So you leveled out, that's where they haul the big rock out?
No, I'll show you where I hauled the big rock out.
Alrighty.
We'll stop there.
So the gravel that you're putting in is around the bigger rocks.
Yep,
instead of trying to dig them out, you're basically burying them a little deeper so Ralphie can go over them.
Yeah, and I may come back and see, because where I will show you where I pulled out a large rock.
Mm-hmm.
He was huge, well, really big. The amount of work I put into prying him, busting him up, and eventually broke Ralphie's winch cable trying to pull him out.
Oops.
And then using the chain to get him out. It would have been probably a lot easier to just throw a
load of gravel in
around him and pretend he didn't exist.
Rock? What rock?
Still not perfect.
I'll agree to that.
I'd say we could use up to a dozen loads of gravel down here, but I only put probably half a load in Ralphie because it's so rough. I don't want him to be hitting and banging on his suspension. But look, here we go across the wet area. And here we are. Up into
The final bit. It's rough.
this whole rated front there, that rock, that's where a much larger rock came out of.
Okay, so that's where you pulled the big guy out.
In fact, that chunk over there is surplus. A lot of the stuff we just ran over
Was
came
part
out
of that
hole.
rock.
Yes, very big. Certainly, life might be a highway, but this isn't.
Try not to make anybody see back here.
And here we are, turn around.
Phew.
Everybody's safe and sound.
Including Ralphie?
Now, one of the reasons why you get out of your vehicle and walk, I'm going to show you, because you can make your wife very happy sometimes. Because I found something we're now going to share.
Oh, yay, cool. Show me.
So we're just maybe 100 feet from where we parked Ralphie. And because I'm Snoopy, I just walked up here, started sauntering around. Follow me. You don't find interesting stuff driving around on a tractor or a side-by-side or anything else. But when you walk,
Walking, however. Ooh. Come around this way. Now, these are fairly rare. There used to be a lot more on this property when I was younger, but this is We always referred to them as lady slippers. They come in pink and in white. They are more properly, I think, called a Moccasin flower because the lady slipper doesn't have the split in the slipper. It's solid, and the Moccasin flower has the split down the middle. But they're a wild orchid and quite rare. And when we were kids, we were allowed to pick a few every year because they are. I don't think they're a protected species in New Brunswick, but they aren't very common. There's only a few places, and I know they need certain soil conditions in order to thrive. So cool.
Now, this is a fairly dense area of the woodlot, dominated, I would say, by fir and white birch. There's a bit of cedar around. And the canopy is pretty closed, you know. I was surprised when I saw.
You just stumbled across him.
Looked across and saw him.
And he's all by himself. Don't see any others around him.
Well, not handy anyhow.
Because they do tend to usually grow in kind of colonies, but.
Well, he's a colony of one.
Whether there was a larger colony and he's all that's left, or if he's a new immigrant to the area.
Anyhow, got to keep saying it. Explore your woodlot. Explore your woodlot.
Explore your woodlot. Walk your woodlot.
Right. Okay, so I was out today and actually been around for several days, you know, without videoing. Cut out a little area so I can turn Ralphie around, because at this point there's no place down below, and we're 75, 80 feet probably from the brook up here,
and all downhill.
Right. Let's have a gander down here.
Okay.
So I've cut probably 12 feet off of this cedar, and that's what it was like down at the butt. The better pieces now, it's about a 3.5, 4-inch center rod is what we got right now. So I get in today, messy job, and I think I've got him all limbed up. And for another time, I need to get Ralphie and see if we can lift him out of here. And then I'll decide. I'm still contemplating what I can make out of this. And if anybody knows, please comment below on this video. If I process this as, we'll say, a 6x6 or 8x8 log, can't. Will this continue to rot? My guess tells me that yes, it will continue to rot from the inside out. But I'd like to have your opinion before I invest a lot of time in processing this guy. I might get some, certainly 2 4-inch material from the outside part of the log. Anyhow, it was kind of a dream bust, because I was looking at this tree and I thought, wow, this is practically all the material we're going to need right out of this one tree.
Material for
building the bridge.
To cross the brook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that, but I wasn't sure our watchers did.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I knew that.
So the other thing, of course, that I've been puzzling over, if Debbie can shine the camera down in this direction, there's an old dead fir going across, comes from the far side of the brook over to this side, and I've been wondering how I can get him out of the way, because obviously the road is going right through the middle of them, and do it in a way so that I'm not putting sawdust into the brook, I'm not getting chain oil into the brook. It's really, you know, not good if we can minimize our approach and how we do this. And I think I have an approach, but you'll have to wait for a future video to
see if it works. Whoa!
Your chariot awaits.
Turnaround might need a little more work. Catch you next time, guys.